This week on Retrospect, we travel back to 1995 for a look into Weedless Wednesday, a day made to reduce smoking addictions.
It's only one day out of 1 week. So is Weedless Wednesday the day every smoker is encouraged to butt out, really making a difference?
I think it is, because people become more aware. There's more media attention.
It's 2:23. Good afternoon. I'm Troy Stevens. This is Weedless Wednesday, the day you're supposed to butt out for 1 day. It's kind of tough. Can you do it?
Arlene McDonald admits quitting smoking isn't easy. There's a lot of peer pressure for teens to start, and if they start at a young age, it's very hard to stop. She says that's where adults come in.
Role models such as sports athletes in the news, the health professionals who have quit smoking, the teachers who have quit smoking.
McDonald says it's also important businesses set an example, but she says they have to ask themselves some tough questions first.
Would people still come to your restaurant or shop in the mall if it was a completely smoke-free environment?
But it's a question one restaurant operator isn't too concerned with. Her restaurant has been smoke-free since it opened. Has she had any problems with clients who've wanted to smoke?
A couple people, but not very many. They'll come in smoking, but they'll butt out outside. So they're pretty accommodating.
Donald says she knows it's hard, but she says it can be done.
Well, it's like any journey. You take the first step, and that gets you on your way.
Tammy De Silva, NewsHour.
Next, we jump forward to 2003 for a look into some of the coldest days of that year.
It's been almost non-stop for Ken Wright for the past couple of days. This cold snap is taking its toll on towers in the border city.
Swamped. Too many calls for us to even handle. I mean, we've been backed up a couple of times, about half an hour now, but it's been real busy.
Biggest problem, people not plugging in.
People usually forget, or they're just, oh, it'll be fine. It's never done it before. That's when it gets you.
Wright has a few tips for motorists to keep in mind, especially during this deep freeze.
Plug your cars in. This is a big one. Plug them in. As soon as you turn them off, plug them in. Get your batteries checked. Bring it to a shop, have your batteries checked. If the battery's not in perfect condition, it's not going to work for you when it gets cold. It's going to kill it.
This driver took that advice, but unfortunately, propane turns into a jelly-like substance when under extreme temperature.
I am on propane and everything just seized right up because it's so cold, and being that it's wide open like this, just wouldn't start.
And towers aren't the only busy business in the border city.
We've had calls through the night, every night, and the day has been, just talked to the secretary before you arrived, and we've been fielding anywhere from 30 to 40 calls a day. And the boys have been doing 8 to 10 emergencies each a day.
With the cold, furnaces are working overtime, which is turning into a problem for people who neglected yearly maintenance.
People haven't done the things they should have done in the fall, and they crop up on them now that we've got some cold weather and the furnace has to work that much harder.
Furnace specialists recommend residents have their furnaces as well as chimneys checked for regular maintenance every year. Nina Gill, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.